Hey guys, good morning. This is Peter Cunha, your New Jersey real estate giant, one of the top trusted agents here in Monmouth and Ocean County. I'm doing a 100-day challenge video series. That's why you're watching this. Today's question is great. It comes from my buddy Doug Mocik. Best advice for new, younger home buyers looking for their first home. Doug, thanks for coming out. I work with a lot of first-time home buyers, so I'm glad you asked. Just to give people kind of a sense or framework, it typically takes the home buyer about 2 years from the time that they decide that, hey, you know what, this is a great idea. Let's start buying a house to actually closing on a house. So a lot of you guys think that, this happens overnight, and I understand because I'm one of those people, but on average, it takes about 2 years just to get everything, all your ducks in a row, etc. So here you go. Here's 10 first-time home buyer tips. Number one, pay off all your debt and build an emergency fund. I would say get that started, work with a lender. He will check out, your credit scores, see where you're lacking and where you really need to bolster up. Second thing that I would suggest is use the 25% rule for how much a house you can afford. Pretty simple math stuff. Say you take home $10,000 a month, 25% of that, 2,500. That would be your monthly payment. The next thing, number three, save a 10 to 20% down payment. It usually helps. You're trying to avoid PMI. Ultimately, you'll lower your monthly your monthly payment by avoiding your PMI. So something to consider there. Another thing that a lot of buyers forget is don't forget to save for your closing costs. Those are separate from what you're actually purchasing from the house, typically about 2 to 3%. The next thing that I would say is get pre-approved for a loan before house hunting. I can't tell you how many people look at houses. Then we get to, I'll take you on a courtesy one-time tour. Then we have to get you pre-approved. Can't tell you how many times where, I talk to the lender and they're like, you know what, you didn't do step one, which is, pay off all your debt, and you didn't do save step three, which is, save 10 to 20% down payment. And it just, then you look at me and you're like, hey, can I borrow some money and can I buy this house? Absolutely not. I am not a bank, but I love you guys anyway. Next thing that I would say is find a home for sale in your price range. Start looking at houses, look for realtors that are going to take you to the finish line. They're not just going to say, hey, I'm tired of showing you houses and, I think it's time for us to sever this relationship, or, not come up with creative ways. If you're making offers on houses and you're getting out offered by, or, just people are coming in with cash, it can be frustrating. Be patient. The next thing is research your neighborhoods for a best fit. And that's up to you as a personal person. I like more of the urban feel versus the suburban feel, but that's a personal thing. There is no right or wrong answer to that. So, just those sort of things to take into consideration. Obviously, find a very good realtor that will help you in the whole process. And I do apologize because I'm moving my phone around here. Also, look at rates. Shop around for that as well. Once you find a house, I would say that the next step is make a competitive offer, something that's within your budget. Don't try to go, and say, hey, listen, we can get stretched too thin. I don't want you to be house poor and then hate me for the first couple of years while you're building up equity and income in the property. Also think long term and be patient. It's always a good strategy. You don't want to overpay. Think of this as also, as an investment for your family, something that you could potentially make some money on and go forward. Once you have that house and you have an accepted offer, just be prepared for closing. Keep things running smoothly. The average closing process takes about 53 days, even though we tell you, you can close in 30 to 45 days, depending on your lender and how quickly you can get paperwork together. Those are my top 10 tips that I would recommend for you as a new home buyer. And Doug, thank you for the question. If you have any pertinent real estate questions, hey, listen, it's a 100-day challenge. I need more questions. We're only on day 12. Anyway, thank you for listening. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. And I look forward to doing tomorrow. All right. But have a great Monday. I'm jazzed up about today. All right. Have a great day, guys. Bye bye.